It was about 10 a.m. and I wake up to a guy screaming, "Get the on the ground!" And he's got a laser in my face. And I was like, "What have I been accused of?"
On the ground, on your stomach! Hands on your head!
Face away, let everybody down.
That's what off the get out of here!
Off your bunks, get down on the ground, place your hands on the back of your head.
We received information from a confidential informant of which inmates needed to be removed by the CERT team for those kangaroo court beatings.
Daffron, where you at?
There, room 9.
He's going to cell 3. Can you put a name tag on his property? It's out there.
We had to shake up that pod because it's dangerous for inmates like Daffron to think that they run the jail. Unfortunately, it's a byproduct of the correction system that we're trying to fix.
They were effective. I like the CERT team. They're very good at their jobs. Anyone who looks in the direction to see what's going on,
Face away.
they put them in check. They're like, "Look away or you will regret it." They tell people systematically, "Get up, get down. You're in trouble. Put this guy in cuffs. We have guns on you."
Turn your head and look the other way. It's not your dog and pony show.
They mean business. And I knew that when they take Daffron out, it's going to change everything. He's one of the heavy hitters in the pod.
Go ahead.
One at a time, you're gonna come up, lay down in your bunk. Go ahead and get up, sir. Slow down. Need you to lay down. Gentlemen, I appreciate your cooperation. The door's shut, you can do everything else normally.
Who is a heavy hitter now? Who's going to step up? Mostly I'm sitting here thinking, I just moved up drastically in this pod. Well, I guess court is adjourned.
Damn, son, they cleared the whole room out. Everybody's gonna look who it took. How many people they take? 11 people. Phone card from
Take it back in.
It's the dawn of a new day.
The heavy hitters moved out. I was somewhere around the middle and I keep moving up. I'm more experienced than the new guys and I'm more experienced as a whole. It's time to, get things really steamrolling. I can get in a lot of good information now. Did they get anybody from your room?
What did you think about that?
Well, I'm a deep sleeper, and I didn't know anything was going on until I was ground right beside my ear. And I was like, instinctively, I just hopped up. What's going on? What'd I do? And I realized it was everybody else. And I just sat there uncomfortably with my ribs digging into the floor. On the plus side, we're kind of like kings of this domain at this point. You can actually make some good money doing that, like across borders.
Hey, I've never done it.
What were the inmates telling you about smuggling drugs into jail?
I don't want to give too much because I know you guys have cameras. I just don't know how much you're actually going to show.
How was it the first time you shoved her on grass?
It was 2-ounce plugs.
What?
Hey, do me a favor. Look up how to escape jail.
I can give you answers on that. You don't like them.
The other one, there's all sorts of clothes. We cleaned out the properties before I got one of my cell phones I found. You know what I mean? So you could just call it right, get it all set up.
Yeah.
There's a room that's access to outside.
I'm kind of at a conflict here. I know that you guys have a job to do, but I also kind of have an honor code myself.
Just keep that door open. I mean, it would, or just boom. And dude, they could take off.
Bam.
Who are you loyal to?
Bunkies come first. That's pretty much how it goes.
Ryan's acting like an inmate even with the film crew. It concerns me that he's going rogue on us and he's siding with the inmates over the program.
Everybody stay the down.
For an interview over in our interview room.
What's your name? Kyle Ryan.
Ryan?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
What's going on, Rob?
I'm doing okay. I'm perfectly capable and ready to, with a fresh insight, answer any questions you might have.
I'm starting to worry a little bit for your safety, to be honest with you. I know
Okay.
you're in a room with Garza.
Yeah.
I don't want you to think that, you know, Garza's your friend.
I can also gauge things fairly well for myself.
You know, they've got to film what you're telling them.
I know that they have a job to do, but if Garza doesn't want to say what it was, I don't feel like it's my my liberty to actually just start talking, spilling everything.
If you got to keep in mind, you're still in here on a program.
Yeah, but I do still have an honor code.
What's this honor code?
So there's a code that kind of permeates into my known friendships. I have to keep some people close while I am here.
That's fine when you're in there, but we feel like when you come here, they're pulling out inmates that are real inmates.
Yeah.
So they're getting the inmate
Yeah.
of what really didn't happen. I'm kind of getting a vibe that you're getting a little bit too inmatey. Maybe you're not thinking about the program as much as we would like for you to. You're not an inmate.
Okay.
You're a person
All right.
that's not an inmate.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about, or?
Not necessarily.
Ryan's always acted overconfident, but what he doesn't get is getting too close to inmates could backfire on him. If the inmates figure out he's a plant, he could be in serious danger.
I'm starting to feel bad lying to people just to get along with them, to get into their circles.
Okay, because you know, I'm seeing stuff that I feel like you, maybe something behind you. You feel like you're close to these inmates and they're actually scheming behind you. You know, if I feel like your safety's in jeopardy, I will pull you out.
They told me, be an inmate, and now they're like, don't be an inmate.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You can't get all the good information in jail by sitting around and watching. I'm a field agent in here. That's what I am. I'm not just some bird watcher.
Attention on deck.
Tension on deck.
Attention on deck.
Hey.
Hey.
Brooke. East. Ryan.
Yes.
Pack your stuff. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Sure, you got any toilet paper out there?
The sheriff, I think he just wants to throw me out. I think he thinks I'm getting too comfortable.
They did this last time to the new guy.
After Captain Maples talked to Ryan, I wanted to get him out of D-Pod. Get him away from Garza and the inmates that he's too close to and get refocused on the program.
Man, I wish they would have moved me over there, dude. Can we get your information?
My goal was to start learning more about the people in D because they had gotten to a point where they had trusted me more and they would start opening up, the personalities would come out more, but I'm mandated to start from complete scratch now. When I first got into C-Pod, the only thing that I was thinking was, all of this. They up. What am I gonna do now? How am I gonna clown this program? What am I gonna do? They want me to get uprooted, but now I'm a inmate.
The pod was a very cohesive group that had a similar outlook on things. That's gone now. Now there's new inmates. There's like 5 more people there that weren't there before. So there was a shift in power. When you take the leaders out, there's a vacuum, and somebody is going to step up into that vacuum.
When I first got into C-Pod, I was kind of let down because my goal was to start learning more about the people in D because they had gotten to a point where they had trusted me more.
Ryan was getting too comfortable with the inmates in D-Pod and was losing sight of the program. I'm hoping the move to C-Pod will help him refocus on why he's here.
When I was moved to C-Pod,
that was a reality check.
I don't want to risk playing the game, getting involved in the real systems that they have that could land me in jail in reality. Now I'm having to
say as little as possible and observe everything.
That's Patty, they got a little bit up like that. I said, that's Patty, they got a bit up like that.
Yeah, they're mixing a bunch of stuff up. I don't know what's going on there. They got pulled out of our pod.
How many?
D-Pod, you could tell that there were a lot of thugs, you know, gangsters, and when you walk into, you know, C-Pod, it's not like that. There are so many other people, and they're all always right up on you. So it's way more of a community, but way more overbearing.
I'm just asking, if any one of y'all be interested in selling y'all business to Brady for a honey bun or a dandy?
Something that I did notice was a lot of people trade trays with commissary items.
You ain't trying to sell yours? You ain't trying to sell yours?
That's worth it.
Yeah. Can I get a nutty? Yeah, give me that. Give me that, I give you a nutty one. You gonna feel like that?
I like this place. The people here are cool, down to earth, very personable, easy to talk to. Things that took me 2 weeks in D-Pod, I did in a matter of like 2-3 hours now.
Like I said before, you can't just watch these things, you have to become involved. I became involved in the politics. I became involved in the economy. I became involved in the stock market there. This is a calculated move on my part. I'm an inmate, I can do this stuff, and I can get other people's respect. Whatever I was doing was working.
We specifically told all the undercover participants not to trade commissary when they were inside.
So my advice would be, don't take what you don't have. You owe somebody money in there, it's serious.
It frustrates me that we moved him out of D-Pod because he was getting too close to inmates, and then he moves into C-Pod and he's trading commissary. It makes me really wonder where Ryan's at right now.
My name's Kyle. Since I've been here in C-Pod, I function more like someone who is in jail and networked a little better, and it just took way faster.
Try to find another trade. Another trade? What, breakfast? How many is that already? One?
Say if I got a bunch of food, you ain't got nothing, you want to come borrow something from me, and I put a surtax on it at the store.
If I gave you like a noodle on Friday, I'm probably gonna want 2 back.
If someone can't pay what they owe, then they've got to face the music.
It's really what you see in the movies and stuff, like the rapes and the stabbing, and that stuff really happens.
We ban stores in our jail because when inmates can't pay their debt, it never ends well.
I realized that running a store gained you some sort of respect and can give me an insight that I won't get anywhere else. I started talking to Alex, and I started just kind of asking questions. And I learned all of his faults and flaws. If I were to run a store, I could move up the ranks, play the system a little bit, make a lot of money, gain a lot of influence, use my intelligence to, you know, work up the ladder of a few things, and I could literally start making some huge moves in jail. Breaking the rules sometimes, it pays, it's worth it, and it's really not that big a deal.
Samuels. Samuels, pack your stuff, man.
As people go out, the balance of power continues to change. So I'm thinking, what do I need to fit into this environment? The one positive out of this whole thing is a bunk that's available. So this is a real good opportunity to learn from a different perspective.
How's it feel, man? So, like I said, it's very bullets.
You should lay down, man. See how you like it. I don't even think it'd be before you're out of here.
I'm thinking 30 days.
Ryan's kind of interesting. I didn't really have a relationship with any of the new people coming in. Just trying to make sure he had something to eat because he doesn't eat much.
Doing okay? Doing okay?
Ryan is extremely intelligent.
Commissary for y'all. Want to see him?
He also sees himself above the majority of humankind intellectually. And here, that's just asking for trouble.
Good idea.
We'll see.
Hey, man, it stinks like It's a turd on the floor right there.
I felt like I had herpes of the olfactory system of some sort. People could literally get infections and potentially die from this.
You know, some of this stuff is actually alive. I don't know.
I don't know what the that is. I've never seen that before. Worms. What the is a worm?
We can't seem to stop the sewage that's flowing into the pods, so it's a major problem now. This has never happened in the Clark County Jail before. It's a terrible situation. We're responding as fast as we can.
You got water coming out into your room now. It's coming out his room? It's coming out. Get my shoes. Get our shoes.
We can get really sick on doing it.
Well, I guess really. You don't have to be trained to know you don't leave people in human excrement. As someone formerly in law enforcement, I believe that the administration, they can't control what happens outside the facility, and that's not their fault. Well, how they respond is their fault.
It's coming out our toilets and our showers.
They are working on it.
When your whole sewer collapse affects 300 inmates, what do you do? This is complete chaos right now.
There's no point in cleaning it because it's just going to keep coming out.
There's a point. That's not sanitary.
Listen, once maintenance fixes it, then we'll come in and clean it. We can't do anything until then.
How about this? Listen to see how they treat us, see how they spin us.
So the best solution we have going on now is to turn the water off to stop the flooding.
The toilets won't flush, you said?
They just turn the water off.
Crazy.
We got covered up, but we can't even flush this. And it keeps backing up and everything. We're out of luck. Yep.
Our inmates don't have drinking water, they don't have a toilet they can flush, they can't take a shower. It's not the best solution, but it's the only solution we have right now.
Y'all, there's your running water.
But we ain't supposed to get mad about this. See, we ain't supposed to be upset about this. I live here. I don't like my house like this.
A guy named Jeremy is complaining of pain. He had described having blood come out in his stool and throwing out blood. Ryan, he said that he'd been a medic. I said, well, he used to be a medic. Why don't you see what's wrong?
I'm a medic in the Army, and they teach you, some rudimentary stuff. With the living creatures and fecal matter in the water, it was a very real possibility that any of us or all of us could have gotten something that could make us sick.
Sharp.
Do me a favor, lay on your back. Do something to you, all right? Yes, sir. We actually got down there more. He starts pointing to the lower right quadrant of his stomach. Press down. Letting go. There's only one real organ there besides, intestine, and it's the appendix. Hey, you got appendicitis, man. Hey, they think so. He most likely has something like a ruptured appendix, and he needs to get somewhere like now.
These don't care about this.
Dude, this is not good, man. He said
I ain't kicking them. Y'all ain't giving me shot. Exactly.
I'll get a shot for him, dude. He might die, man, for real.
Ryan came to the conclusion that he needed immediate medical attention. I kind of agree, because if you're throwing up blood and blood's coming out of your rectum, you probably need to see a doctor.
I don't care, man. He needs somebody. He might die, man, for real.
What? Why are you banging the door?
We need somebody now, like
Why?
now. He most likely has appendicitis. He has rebound pain.
You're a doctor?
Huh?
You're a doctor?
I'm a medic in the Army. It doesn't matter if I'm a janitor. If someone's throwing up blood, get him the out of here.
All right, what's his last name? Paulum?
I don't know what his last name is. Paulum. He needs
Okay,
someone
we're
like
already
now.
aware of him.
Okay.
Stop banging on the door.
This is not good, though.
They were actually making me angry by they just didn't care.
Hey, pour into a ball, man. It takes pressure off your abdomen.
This is Clark County at its finest.
You can die from appendicitis. To know that I could literally be watching a guy's precious moments wasting away, it angered me. It made me want to actually just throw in the towel and start hitting one of the guards. I don't even know how long that thing's going on, but you need something now, dude. You have rebound.
You know that, and they don't care.
Hey, where's somebody?
Dead over there, Mr. Tom. He can't even move. He ain't breathing no more.
Okay, I need for you to come out. Okay, let's try to get you up.
I'm relieved that he's getting some kind of medical attention.
Okay.
I hope he gets to a hospital.
Here we go.
All right, buddy, go have it, lay down, okay? That's gonna help you here. Give it about 20 more minutes, and it should be helping.
What they say?
I don't know, they gave you a little ass stomach. That's it.
You don't have appendicitis?
No, they're not even nervous.
They were just like, oh, just give him a pill. Inmates are not people to these guards, these COs. To know that I was technically lumped into the category of being less than a human being, it hit me wrong.
We're gonna die here.
They were actually making me angry. They would not treat one of the guard staff or a member of their family that way. And the inmates didn't really have recourse other than taking care of themselves. And
one thing at a time, let's go. Let's go, I said one thing at a time.
Can you live what we live? It's gonna need more than that, though. We have to lose it, you know? To get water. Microwave ice. It's crazy.
People are sleeping on top of each other. It's freezing. There's no water, barely any food. We can't have commissary. We can't call our families or anything like that. So it's really not great up here. It's like the worst type of homeless shelter.
you got all that stuff going on. It's easy for there to be conflict.
With inmates, when you bring them out of their daily routine, tension's gonna rise. You got chaos inside the section. We have people mopping 24/7 right now. Our officers being just pulled every which direction trying to get through the night. Tonight's gonna be horrible.
So you had roughly 60 people in our pod spread out, and then there was an issue with the microwave.
The plug-ins were all along the walls where people were sleeping. So you had to leave stuff in there for 5 minutes at a time while some guy held it on his lap or had to get out of his bunk and so on and so forth.
Come on, Greg. Oh.
Hey, plug him back up on Bert.
Hey, I gotta put this over here. I'm not plugging the microwave in anywhere because he's flipping out right now. He's flipping out. Everybody's flipping out.
Well, it's been over here all okay. Plug it in then, punk.
I ain't no punk.
Oh, well, you ain't no microwave either.
Yeah, that microwave busted.
I'll get it busted.
Let me get my down.
I did 4 years in this. I'm cooler than you. I'm better than you.
Guys, we're not enjoying this either. Please work with us, not against us.
Where's the microwave?
Things could get real ugly real quick.
We ain't gotta like each other, but we still gotta work together against them. It's us against them first. We can work our own out later.
I have a dog. If my dog throws up in his kennel and starts bleeding from his rectum, I take him to the vet. It's just inhumane.
I feel like I'm about to die.
Get these toilet paper. I got a little piece right.
Yeah, you can let you know what it
Hey, Snelling. We got a guy that's kicking his guts out over there.
I want to trade us somebody.
Real sick, man. Jeremy. He got up here, man. He just threw up pretty bad, man.
Like really bad. Y'all have any more?
What's your name?
Jeremy.
I was calling up for you.
I don't know what they gave him, but they're just pussyfooting around. They're like, oh, take this pill, wait 20 minutes, and then we'll call a nurse. With all the stuff that was in the pod, any of us could get sick in the next few days, and it could be us doubled over in pain or dying. It's just not cool. It's really not cool. If they take time with something that could be fatal, you know, this could be the last night he's alive. It's pretty up, honestly. He needs to go to a doctor.
They don't want to pay for it.
Medical or something, man. It feels like my insides exploding, please. I pushed the button and everything, there's puking.
Snelling. Get his name, call book in.
We treated Jeremy We took his vitals and determined that he's had a 24-hour bug and he's going to be okay. It wasn't quite as bad as appendicitis that Ryan thought that he had. It concerns me a little bit that Ryan is forgetting that he's in an undercover program and that he's inciting inmates to potentially do bad things.
It's a unique environment. It's like a really bad camping trip with a bunch of violent homeless people with drug charges. No one had had a shower. They smelled like sewage.
I will explain to you the rules, okay? I only have to give you a shower every third day. I'm doing my best. There's nothing more I can do, okay?
Having to use one restroom. What I would consider a basic human right, they consider a privilege. And so maybe I'm just not up to date on what human beings deserve, but they should have given us water.
I'm dehydrated, I'm lightheaded. I'm tired of real. Let's start right.
Gentlemen, everybody sit down. You can talk to anybody. Sit down.
I ain't never been no place like this. Can't wait to get away from it, because I ain't never coming back.
Sit down. Gentlemen, I'm going to ask you one more time. Sit down. Here's the deal. They're tearing the street up over there. We have no idea when the water's going to be turned on. Okay? So that's by order of the sheriff and the chief that he does not want you in your sections because of the running water thing. So that's where you're at. I'm not saying that you can't get upset, but you're not going to start acting out. It's not going to get you anywhere other than just right here.
As a state policeman for 30 years.
What really upset me was the lack of leadership, the lack of competency, and the apathy of the senior staff.
Calm down.
Trying to heat up some water.
I'm not yelling at you. You calm down.
As long as nobody puts their hands on me, I'm all right.
I would blame most of the spikes in drama on stress. They didn't give us any definite answers, any time frames. They didn't say anything. They were just like, sit in your bunks.
And you notice they'll try to come to that door bare minimum, because they know they're gonna get the same question asked. When we gonna get it fixed? Well, we don't know neither. We don't give a damn. Y'all just sitting there and chill, hang out, and bunk up and stink up. Everybody smell like the same every day.
I'm not gonna lie. If the inmates in this jail wanted to rise up and take over the jail and take out all the guards, it's gonna happen.
Pack your stuff. Pack your stuff.
The sewers have been replaced. The water's back up and running. It couldn't have came too soon. With inmates, when you bring them out of their daily routine, you tend to have start problems.
Now we get to get the inmates back to their sections that they're originally from and get back to normal operations here.
Crowder. Yep. ISO. Carroll. Yeah. Ernest.
There's a lot that we could have done better in this incident. We need to learn from this and do a lot better in the future.
I don't really eat here. I hate sausage. The pizza's dry. The fish sucks to me. In D-Pod,
Better eat that ham sandwich, man.
I'm really not hungry. I'm not eating this anyways. And so I was giving everything else to Garza.
You eat one French fry, I'll take that ham sandwich.
In C-Pod, giving things away, that's an inherent weakness by many people's opinion. So I was like, huh, unique opportunity. So I started just selling every tray. I have an unprecedented type of store. I have the only tray store.
It's probably the best moneymaker and it's the most sure thing.
Man, I hear that chili ramen's pretty good.
Chili ramen noodle soup?
Yeah, like that with this topic on like a bunch of yeah, sandwich or something.
Remember I had the chicken, broccoli, something soup, some shit. You said now it's chickeny.
Yeah.
The more you actually act like you're a player, the more you're respected. And then I also have currency as a result.
Ryan's putting himself in a very dangerous place right now. If somebody owes him a debt and he doesn't collect on that debt, all the other inmates in that section are going to look at him as weak and he's going to become a target.
Commissary! Is there any way that I can get like some type of a ramen box or something? Every time I order something, I get like, 8 things, and I've always got everything sitting on the floor, so I'm just trying to figure out a way to...
Okay, what's your last name again?
Ryan. I'll try to remember that for tomorrow, okay? All right, thanks. I have an unprecedented type of store. It's a way to get inside and gain information for this program. People are like, oh, biscuits and gravy. Dude, I'll give you 2 honey buns for it, which is a large item here because it's $1 each. I'm like, I'm not gonna screw you over like that. It's worth $1.50, not $2. Take this. Like, dude, thank you. It means a lot to these people to like have somebody not trying to scheme them at all times.
So today's lunch ready?
No, everything else today's already been gotten. And then Friday's B's and G's trade. I'm still technically abiding by all of the training rules. I don't want to actually end up in jail, but those are the risks you run if you do run a store. Everything just kind of runs together. It doesn't really even matter what day it is to me anymore. Running a store, it's a good way to meet new people and gain a lot of influence. And having a little bit extra influence is never a bad thing. One of these people that have kind of come to me has been Justin. Justin is, if you would describe the pod as a homeless colony, Justin would be the leper of the homeless colony. I mean, he is just a pitiful soul. He's indigent, which means you get nothing. You get state-level stuff donated to you, and no commissary, nothing like that.
I wrote that pretty good.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, hey, what a crack, kid.
Justin, he has addictions. He trades for e-cig or coffee, and he can't pay it back.
I told him, man, you pay back to people who you need to come back on you in the long run.
Basically, if you owe something, you have to pay it back. If you don't pay it back, whatever happens to you, happens to you.
Hey, Justin, come here, man. Sit right here. I don't like
Go about $7, bro. I told you 15 if you had it when you told me, bro. That would have been cool. Then you didn't have it. Then you telling me things that ain't happening. You can sell them trades, bro, and get that money like that. I told you give me 1 trade a day. That's for the taxes.
I've seen what happens to people when they get into debt inside of jail, and it's absolutely terrible.
go. Ooh, nice one.
Justin is extremely vulnerable. They may decide just to beat him down for it.
So what you gonna do about my money? I've been sparing you. I really want to slaughter you. I want my money, man.
Now get the out of my room.
Hey, what you doing, man?
I need to get out of here, man.
Can you get out of there?
Yeah, me and CO, come get me.
Hey, where do you go?
Just come get me, man.
I'm gonna drag you off that bus. For real. Yeah.
If Justin doesn't get out of here, he's digging himself a deeper hole by pressing that call button.
I need to get out of this car.
Are you dying? What's wrong with you? What physically is wrong with you? Answer my question.
Nothing, man.
That's not how it works, bud.
By pressing that button and not leaving, now he's in more trouble than he was before. So Justin comes over and he just flat out asks me for help. Justin wants to start selling his trays to pay off his debt. I've established myself as having a successful, similar business model, and he kind of wants to actually learn from that.
For everything that you have, you consume rather than closer to having about 4 weeks. Everything has a price.
The problem with Justin, he's not a sympathetic victim because it's a self-inflicted injury. If you borrow something, you're going to have to pay it back. And that applies whether it's in the real world or this world. It's just the consequences are different.
Find a week where there are a few two-suit trees, and they got the week and try to get rid of everything and just drink a bunch of water. Paid off in like no time. Yeah, man, all I gotta say is find a hustle or two and get it out and get it done.
Ryan has to be extremely careful about helping Justin. He can be perceived as being weak inside of a jail, especially if he doesn't ask for a favor from Justin. He can become a target quickly.
So Justin has started selling his trays, but the interest rate is so high that he'll starve to death before he gets out of debt. So the danger is not only there, but higher than ever.
You're a hoe-ass bitch. Hey, Justin, man, what you gonna do? You think I'm playing, don't you? Put your shoes on, we gonna go with the police.
There is a lot of intimidation and apparent fear.
I get beat up, it makes my hard. That's the difference in me being a man and you being a girl. I'm not gonna have to drag you to the butt and start bouncing your head off the door until they come in.
It's really just being a bully. They need power because they have none in here.
Treat me like a bitch. Treat me like a little whore. Is that what I'm supposed to do? You've been in a joint to race you. You think I'm playing, don't you? And then you won't even.
I have all of this commissary that I'm never gonna use, just sitting around, and I could help Justin get out of debt, but would that make me a target simply by getting involved?
I don't give a